I mean, this time it didn't give me too much troubles. It's like it knew I was gonna record it or something. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie. If you don't know me, today's video we are going to be doing a brow tutorial. It's gonna be just how I do my brows. Everybody's, you know, does them different, but this is how I do them. I do them different ways, but today I'm gonna be showing you how I do mine whenever I want them to look very nice and sharp and gradual, I guess. There's times where I just don't do much to them. There's times where I don't do anything to them, but today I'm going to show you how they look nice and snatched when I want everything to look really nice and put together. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy this one. I'm gonna bring you guys in closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, you guys can see I don't have much of a brow, or it's not like totally shaped that well. The items that I'm going to be using are a pomade, looks like this, and my brushes. This is the Sephora Eyebrow number 20 brush. This is a brush here that I've been using. I've been using this brush for a very long time, and it's actually my favorite one to use. I haven't found another one. I tried to get another one of these, but I don't know that I got the right one. Supposedly supposed to be this one, I don't know, but this is what it looks like. It's kind of dirty right now, but it's very thin, and that's how I like it to be, so that I can do the little hair-like strokes at the front. And I also use this one here. This is Juvias Plays the Precision Eyebrow Brush, and that's what that one looks like. And this one I use to clean up my brow with concealer or whatever else. I can use any concealer, usually is what I use. Today I have the Makiage one. This is the Fuck I'm Flawless Multi-Use Perfecting Concealer in the shade 2.5. I also use this one sometimes to clean up, which is the Benefit Cosmetics ones. I don't remember what this one is called, but it is a pencil. It's tiny because I haven't bought a new one, but it's almost finished. But yeah, I use that sometimes as well to clean up my brow. There's another item that I use as well, which is a brow gel. Usually I like the clear ones. I don't like the tinted ones, so I either use the MAC brow set, which is like this, and it is clear, it just looks brown because I go in with my brow when it has the product in it, so it makes it brown in here, but it is a clear gel. And then I also have used the 24-hour brow setter, which is this one from Benefit. It's actually one of my favorites as well. And there is the one that I've talked about before in my empties videos. It is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Clear Brow Gel. It has two sides to it, the lash side and the brow side, but I use them both sides for my brows. And I've talked about that one before. So let's go ahead and get started here with this. This is what my pomade looks like. It's pretty much finished, but this is the brow pomade, and this is in the shade Ebony. This is the Anastasia Dipbrow pomade. And so I go in with my brush, just grab a little bit. I still have some on the sides here. So that is what I'm doing. Make sure that my brush has enough, and then I'll go and comb my hairs up, because I like to bring my brow up, so you guys will see what I'm talking about. Okay, and so I make the line here. I go in very slowly, and I want the darkest to be out here, so I'm pulling it up and then down, just like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing here from this part, but I go in not as harsh as the bottom, so like a lighter hand on that, and then go down. And you guys can see this part's gonna be darker, of course, because that's how I like my brows to look. And we're gonna go in and clean that up, so it's not a big deal if it gets messy down there. But then I go in and just like kind of wiggle my brush up so that that line doesn't stay too pronounced, and just comb through that hair. And just like that. And now I'm just gonna make this a little more pronounced here on the top part, going down. So I am going in like more hard on this part because I want it to be darker there. And then I just go and clean up a little bit with my finger and just brush out that product because I don't want it to be too bad. But I am kind of pulling in whatever I have here forward, but at the same time pulling the hair back this way. So pulling it this way, not back this way. Like so. Grab a little bit more product. I want that tail to be the darkest that I can get it. So I'm pretty much just placing the product on the end part here. And then whatever I have left, I go to the front and just start doing that, which whatever I have left on my brush, and do like little strokes like that, and then brush it out and brush it up because I don't want this part to be super dark as it is over here. So I still want those hairs up and out here at the tail part. And don't worry if you make like that kind of mistake. I always do my brows before I do anything else because I feel like if I have foundation on there, it like, I don't know, the brow pomade doesn't go on as well. So I don't like to do my brows like after foundation. So this part, I'm gonna go in with just like one of these little pad thingies from First Aid Beauty, or you can use like a makeup wipe if you want. Whatever works best for you, or whatever you have handy. It doesn't have to be this. You can wet any paper towel or anything, any cloth or whatever, and do the same thing. This is just more precise for me. And then I go in and just clean up that part that I made a mistake on right there, and making it the shape that I want it to be there. So there's like more cleaned up, and I just took out a little bit. It wasn't like I made a big mistake or anything. And I'm gonna do the same thing to this part right here, just taking out that extra that I had there. You guys can see I barely took any out. There's like barely anything on the thing there, but there's that. And then to just make them pop a little bit more, I'll go in with the concealer and I just grab it and put it on the top of my hand here. And with that brush, that Juvias Place brush, I grab a little bit on both sides of the brush, so just like this. And then I go into my brow and try to clean it up a bit more. I want it to be all the way up there. There you go. And you could go on top as well if you want. Like right here, I'm gonna just clean up a little bit this top part to make it look like I don't have like a big hair there, because it's not my hair, it's just the pomade that went a little too high up. And these are definitely not natural brows. Obviously you guys can see that they're more structured. They are not meant to look natural at all unless you really want them to do that. I just go back in, brush a little bit more out, make it look so it's not so dark here at the front. I still want those hairs to pop up to look real. Like if you guys can, I hope that the camera can catch it, but you guys can still see my real hairs there. You can definitely go in and make that tail a lot smaller too if you wanted to do that. Okay, so there is the brow. I'm just going in with my brow gel here. I'm gonna use the MAC one today, and I'm just gonna go through my brows and push them all up so that the hairs in the front look more natural here. And of course these are gonna look darker just because, like I said, the darkest is gonna be here, but as you guys can see, you can still see those hairs there. And then the ones at the end I put down instead of pulling them out. So these ones I do pull them out still, and then just these go down. But the rest of them, especially here at the front, I want you to be able to see them so it looks more natural. But yeah, there you go. There is one brow done. It's it's not that complicated. I think the part that's most complicated is really learning how to shape your brows. When I started doing it, I didn't know like how I wanted my brows to look like. I didn't know how to shape them or anything like that. Usually follow the bottom line of my brows, and then that's how I create the rest of it. Now this part right here, I don't have a lot of hair there, so this is a lot of like the pomade part on this part right here, just because I don't have a lot of hair there. So that's what covers that up, which is okay because it's like the darkest is the tail part here, so I don't mind putting that extra pomade on there. And I do have some hairs here at the front, but they're kind of sparse, so whenever I go in with the pomade just a little bit, I do like those little strokes, and then I brush it out so it has some color, but I still have my hair, and you can still see that it's just my hair here with a little bit of pomade. So I think the main thing for our brows for anybody is just really the shape that you're going for. So you're gonna have to manipulate your brows as how you want them to look like, and then go from there. I know some people like theirs really thin, some people like theirs like way up higher and then down. It's really up to you and what you think fits your face the best. And for me, this is how I like them. Sometimes I do go up higher, like right here, and then go down, but I bring the line where I start up higher as well, so they don't look too thick. Because when I first started doing my brows, I was doing that, and they were like huge brows, guys, like huge brows. Not my favorite time, but you know, you live and learn, so it's not a big deal. Just keep practicing and you'll get there, and you'll get what the brows that you want to achieve. It used to take me a long time actually to do the brows. Now it takes me maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes to do both of them. It's not like a big process or anything like that. I used to use a lot more products in these as well. Sometimes I use the like powders and stuff for a more natural look, but when I want to do something like this, I do use a pomade just because it's easy to manipulate and you can put it wherever you want. It's not like the pens. I cannot for the life of me try to use them. Not the pencils, but the pens that have like the liquid pens. I can't use those. I don't know. I haven't been able to really play with those too much, so I don't really know how to use those too much. But this is a way that I found out that was easy for me, and I can get them how I want them, still make them look nice and structured whenever I want that snatched look, of course. I'm gonna just do this one without talking to you guys or anything. You guys can watch what I'm doing, so let me get started on the other one. One thing that I will say is this one is a lot more rebellious than this one. This one is the one that I can always get down pretty fast and easy. This one gives me a little bit of trouble. I have to work harder on this one than on this one. I don't know what it is. It always is that way, and they don't like look completely similar, or like sisters, I guess. They look like distant cousins most of the time. But this one, like I said, is a lot harder to work with just because my hair on this side likes to go all over the place, and it's hard to manipulate where that hair goes. I don't know why, if it's the way that I sleep on them or something, I don't know, but this one has always been my trouble side, because even on my eyeshadow on this side, I struggle more than I do on this side. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that as well. Alright guys, so that is the brows done. As you guys can tell, this one's a little bit more shorter and up a little bit more than this one's a little bit longer, but that's as similar as I usually get them to look like each other usually. But it didn't give me too much troubles this time, but my hairs are a little bit longer on this side than they are on this side, so I tried to make them look the same overall on this part, but they are a little bit longer, so I don't know if you guys can see that the hairs are a little bit up more on this side than they are on this side. But that's how I do my brows usually. Like I said, it depends really on what I'm trying to do, but whenever I do my makeup look here on YouTube or on my Instagram videos that you guys have seen, this is how I do my brows. Try to make them look as snatched as I can. Snatched. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you guys have any questions or anything like that. Again, I will list the products that I use down in the description bar so you guys know exactly what I'm using and the brushes that I'm using, just in case you guys are interested in doing that. Like I said, just practice, practice, practice. That's all it takes. And then of course, knowing what shape you're going for. I've tried stencils in the past. For me, it didn't work out so well. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like how they looked when I used stencils. I felt like, or maybe I don't know how to use stencils, so that's why they didn't come out the way that I wanted them to. But yeah, guys, this is my brow tutorial. I just tried to make them not as structured as they can be, because they can be more structured, but this is how I do my brows. I tried to make them look more natural looking, I guess you can say, not so structured, but the whole gradual thing where they look lighter here and then darker towards the end, and that's how I achieve my brows. Now I'm just rambling, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Toodles!